Listen here, bucko, if you're looking for some dude-on-dude content, come down to the Hash Driveway. We're hashing it out right here in your driveway.
Raw and uncut, baby.
Raw and uncut, you heard it here first.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Hash Driveway Show. I know you've missed us.
It's been a long time.
Our huge following, don't get that twisted. We are massive. We have the biggest following, one of the biggest podcasts.
And the biggest dicks for Fort Wayne.
The biggest, yeah, exactly. Yeah, what'd Frank say? Magnum
I
condom?
just dropped my Magnum. No, wait. I just dropped my monster condom for my Magnum dong.
That's it.
But I did not buy Magnums today because I don't want to risk it.
Yeah,
I cannot afford another kid right now.
well, that's, okay, we were just in the store, okay?
Myers, Midwest staple.
Yeah, I don't know who has Meyer and who
Meijer is I think it's the best grocery store in our area because Kroger's has fallen off.
Yeah,
And Walmart, you only go to Walmart when you're drunk or desperate.
that's true. That's true. Not to, change topics too quick, but I just want to finish this off. I do prefer Meyer over other superstores.
I know, me too. That's where I go.
But we have been on a long hiatus, as all of our dedicated listeners have noticed. A new episode hasn't dropped. This is episode 6, if you can't count. If you're a motherfucker, this is 6, episode 6.
Yep. Right here,
Um,
motherfucker. This is 6.
this
Yep.
is 6.
2021, garbage year. 2022, rough start.
Yeah.
Here we are, baby.
When I look at the passage of time the last few years, I can't believe it's like the last 2 years. Like I went into like Futurama. He went to that refrigerator and then like 50 years passed by. That's what I feel like, but the 2 year, like nothing happened. Like all my little cousins are like graduating high school when I thought they were just babies. And just like I've been at my job a lot longer than I realized. It's just weird. It's stupid. It really sucked the time out of my life.
And the last 2 years, I mean, it's felt boring, but honestly, my life has been fucking insane the last 2 years.
Just
But I'm like an exception. I feel like most people, COVID just fucked everything.
yeah.
But I didn't let COVID stop me. I went hard in the paint, and now still going hard, but in a different kind of paint.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I didn't know where you're
that
going
makes
with that.
that makes any goddamn sense. But
Well, if you're not okay, let's kind of rewind a little bit and explain what the hiatus is all about. Because I haven't seen Aiden since like December. This is the first time I've seen the man.
you
It's
know,
December.
I've been hiding. I've been locked away in multiple rehabs, stuck at halfway houses.
We love you for it.
Yep. You know,
You gotta do what you have to do to help yourself.
yep. Sometimes it's not the first time, or the second time, or the third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth,
Are you exaggerating or
seventh,
what is this?
eighth. Eighth time is the charm.
Really?
I
Are
don't.
you serious?
I mean, if we're talking about just inpatient rehab, this is my fourth time.
I didn't know that was a real number. Like,
Yeah, but if we're talking about just treatment programs I've been in, we're probably pushing 10 or 11.
oh, man,
Not
well,
different ones. Sometimes I've been repeat offenders at ones. And if we're counting like legal shit, and woo.
ooh,
Yep.
baby.
This time I shouldn't say I think. This time it's gonna stick, baby. I speak it into existence.
That's what they say.
You say a lot of
Because
shit.
I heard that you're not supposed to promise anything.
Like not to your family. Like you don't like
Okay.
promise I'm never gonna do this again because they don't
Yeah.
believe you.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you've just been lying
Yeah.
for I've been lying for like 7 years.
So you're supposed to tell yourself, you vow to yourself to never do that stuff.
I mean, yeah, like like it can't hurt to vow to yourself to do
Yeah.
that, I guess.
But you're just not supposed to speak it out to family.
I mean,
guess
yeah,
that kind of
like
makes
you're not
sense.
supposed to apologize to your family like immediately. That's why the steps are in a certain order.
Yeah.
If you're an AA type person, but apparently people can get sober without AA. I didn't know that.
Well, what do you do if you're not a, like if you don't believe in God? Like, what if you are an atheist and
If you're
if
an
you go,
atheist, they have a smart recovery. They take the God out of it. You don't have to get a sponsor or nothing. Maybe it works for people. I don't know anybody. I mean, I know like one person that does it. I guess he's sober, so. I mean, there's a lot of different avenues.
yeah,
Speaking of which, I went to Avenues Recovery Center. Would not recommend unless you have to.
why? What's wrong with it?
Basically, it's a Medicaid rehab. Not to shit on
Okay,
people with
yeah.
Medicaid, but
What?
they just let anybody in that motherfucker. You got redneck meth heads. You got people right out of jail. You got people pooping on themselves, peeing on the chairs. You got people seizing out in the middle of group. Good Lord.
What's
But
that mean, seasonal?
having a seizure in the middle of group, because alcohol withdrawals, you can have
Oh
seizures.
God,
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
Jesus.
Goddamn mess. People snorting Suboxone. People fucking in the stairwell. It's a wild ride. But it reminds you of why you don't want to do
Yeah,
drugs. Because do you
yeah.
really want to be there
I
for
was gonna
30
say,
fucking days?
if you're in
No.
an environment like that isn't very good. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it was like, well, yeah, I need to do what I need to do to get out of here.
Like, I mean, I could
Um,
compare it to jail, but I feel like jail's like, because I've just been in the holding cell. I've never been in actual
you've never
jail.
been to
I've never
prison.
been on the block.
What's the difference between whatever you just said and jail and prison?
So holding cell, that's
So
where they take you like right when you get
that's
arrested.
like the drunk tank.
Kinda, yeah. That's where they throw the drunk people. Basically, once you get arrested, you go to the holding cell and you sit there until they can process all your shit. They take you out. They get your fingerprints. They do a DNA test now. I think you have to get arrested twice before they do a DNA test. But don't quote me on that. Take your mug
Oh,
shot, and then you move back to, I don't know if it's a holdings, they take you back and you go into a different cell, and there's always two bunk beds, and there's always a strung out white dude sleeping on one of the bunk beds, and then there's two black dudes. One of them is all riled up and he's just yelling about how he doesn't deserve to be in there, and the other one is
so
just minding his own business,
so
doing his own thing.
you're not describing in general. You're talking about the one time this happened.
Well, I've been back there twice, and it
So
was literally the exact
the
same both
same,
times.
there's a guy laying down and two.
Yeah, strung out white dude just sleeping it off. A
Okay,
black dude that's really pissed off, thinks he needs to get out of there. He's been there for like 30 days, which I get. If you sat in that cell
yeah,
for 30 days, I would be pissed too.
not race related. He's just
Yeah,
been
it's
there
not,
for
yeah,
30
like
days.
there's just different kinds of people. Like there's crazy white people. Like the first time I went there, guy looked like Shia LaBeouf.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
did tell me about
Shia
this.
LaBeouf. He was in his own, like they put the real crazies in their own little cell on the right by the holding cell, but it's on the end of the hallway. And this guy, he kept pounding on the wall, screaming weird stuff about, and then I just see this big, it looked like mud. He just slapped this mud on the window. Come to find out, he pooped in his hand and smeared it on the window. He was making like poop sculptures. Cops were pissed off because he'd been doing that for a while. So they go in there, start yelling at him. He starts yelling back. They get out the taser. I didn't see it, but I mean I saw the cop pull the taser out, but I didn't see the guy get tased. But they bring him out. He looks at me right in the eyes. He's like, "I'll be back." And they took him away, and I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's doing
They
good.
probably fucking killed him, dude.
Never know, honestly.
Yeah, okay. If there's someone around you messing with poop, they got poop on their hands, I don't care what you say. You want to quit, you want to stop that person from moving. Like you don't want that shit to actually
That's
get
a
on
straight
you.
jacket level type thing. But I don't know if do they have straight jackets in prison.
I mean, I feel for that. I feel bad for him. Like you,
Yeah, it sucks. I don't know what's going on in his life.
we
It can't be
live,
good.
we live in a system of a down, you know?
I think that sums it up right there.
Fuck the police.
That too. I People in rehab were saying this. Like you don't say, there's no song called "Fuck the Fireman," but
Yeah,
there's a song called "Fuck the Police." I think that says a lot. So
I like firemen.
if you're thinking about a high intensity career, be a fireman.
Yeah, be a fireman.
Cop is like a last resort.
Yeah, I actually think about this sometimes because I hate police so much. I think about this. It's like,
I try not to hate them, but
ah, yeah.
there's a lot of dick
Well,
police.
think about it.
And
Like,
honestly, most of them are just fat white dudes. Like I got pulled over by a black guy one time. He was cool as shit. He helped push my
Yeah,
car. He
this.
pushed my car. There was
Oh, my
definitely weed in my car. He just
bad.
overlooked that. Got me a tow truck. Had said, "Have a nice day." Great guy.
Nice.
Love him. I had a female cop. She let me go too. She definitely could have pulled me out of my car, but she let me go.
It's the white.
It's the
It's the
fat,
old,
middle-aged
yeah, the
white
old
cops
fat
that are power
motherfuckers.
tripping, thinking they
Yeah.
run the fucking world because
Uh-huh.
they got bullied in high school.
I got bullied in high school. My wife's a fat cow that yells at me all the
Their
time.
wife's fat, they're bald, they got nothing going
Yeah.
for them.
My kids hate me.
My kids hate me because I'm always gone, and when I'm home, I'm drunk and abusive.
My dad beat me all the time, and now I beat my wife and kids now.
Yep, that's just the way she goes. This can be a tough system to change, but
The
we
only
got a lot of
reason why
issues,
you
though.
become a cop is because you're like, I. Well, maybe you start off good. Maybe you're like, I want to
I
do
think
some
some people
good.
do start off good.
But then
And
eventually,
there are good cops. Like, I can't just shit on all of them. Some of them are good people.
you just get shit on so much that you
It's
get a
just the
power
one,
trip.
but it's the ones that make it into the news. Those are like the absolute pieces of shit, but they get all the attention. You rarely see like cops doing good shit on the news,
Yeah.
which it happens all the time.
I
But
bet.
they show like them like kneeling on black people, shooting people, fucking beating the shit out of people, and that's what you see, so that's the perception you have. And that doesn't mean that there are no bad cops. There's plenty of them.
The
But I think
majority
it's
of
the
cops
career that
are
attracts that type
terrible.
of person.
It is. Well,
Because
it's
it's
like
like a
if,
power position.
yeah, it's like
It's a
douchebag
power
got bullied in
position
high
where you don't
school.
have to be super intelligent.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going to flock to that.
So,
Not a lot, but a lot of the same type of people will.
yeah, it's the fucking losers who never got anything in their life, and now they want to be cool guy with a gun. It has authority over people,
Yeah.
and
And then
then they,
sometimes they pull out the gun instead of the taser and just shoot somebody.
yeah, accidentally,
Good
I had
Lord.
the guns swapped in my holsters.
Oh, I saw that. And she got what, like 2 years in prison, I
Oh
think.
my God,
Yeah,
dude,
that was
what the hell?
ridiculous.
And if you ask me, if anyone wants to ask my opinion on anything, I would say that cops need to be like doctors. And I thought about this, and that's not going to happen because nobody would do that job then. If cops were held to a higher standard, nobody would want to do it
And if they had
because,
more training and yeah, higher standards, less people would do it.
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
I feel like less cops, but if the cops are more efficient and better trained, maybe
Yeah.
you don't need as many
But
cops.
they won't be able to keep up because too many cops, there's too high of a turnover. They'll go to jail, they'll get killed, and then they won't be able to keep up. So I have to train up all these really good police officers, and then they're just, I don't know. I just don't think it's feasible.
Yeah,
Because if you have like a bottom tier of cop, then they just have batons or whatever. You still have fucking dudes carrying around fucking guns around their necks. It's like
in a society.
we live in a society. We live on the land, dude, where people are fucking carrying guns everywhere. That's just where we live, dude. America, yeah.
I know they're changing the law here. I don't know if it's the concealed carry. You don't need a license, or there's something changing where you can just carry a gun wherever. There, I don't know. I don't get it. I've never owned a gun. I have no desire to.
Yeah,
I get why people like them, but
yeah. I I'm gonna like sell mine or something. I've never shot it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want it to be like a big,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with owning a gun.
Yeah, I mean, well,
Like I believe in like total freedom for.
I don't know what kind of gun it is. I've never shot it.
Good Lord.
You
just bought it for protection.
Yeah,
I
like
get it, yeah.
my tattoo guy, he's like, "Do you know what kind of gun you have yet?" I'm like, "Dude, I still don't know what kind of gun it is."
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know dick about there's like 20, 22.
I can hold it in my hand.
Yeah. I hold it in my hand, I pull the clip out, put the safety on.
I look at the thing and I'm like, why would I need this? I protected my home and I just body slammed the guy. I didn't shoot him.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been robbed at gunpoint, but a gun would not have got me out of that situation.
Yeah,
Like if I had a gun, if I
exactly.
pulled a gun out, I would have died.
That's
No doubt
what
about
I'm
it. I
not.
just give them my money, give them the drugs.
But people's argument is that if people knew that you had a gun, would they pull a gun on you? Would they rob you if they knew that you had a
If
gun?
they're cracked out of their mind, yes, they will. Or methed out, or spiced, whatever you want to, whatever it is.
Yeah, but what about some crazy,
Yeah, and there's mental illness people.
4chan terrorist who's like has a plan and everything, and he's like,
Well,
well, I would go to Walmart, but I
like-
think everyone there has a gun, so I'm not.
Yeah, like those guys, they tend to go to places where there's not going to be any like self-defense. And sometimes it does backfire and they get fucking wrecked. But yeah, they go to fucking schools where like there might be one fat cop that has never seen any action in his life.
Yeah.
Or they go to fucking grade school. That's horrific. They go to movie theaters. There's no cops at movie theaters. They go to places where there's not going to be any retaliation, so they can kill as many people, get their name on the news, maybe kill themselves, or maybe go to jail forever.
See, a lot of like, I don't know, right wingers or libertarians even are like, well, if everybody had a gun, people wouldn't do that anymore. People would be,
Well, I mean, I'm not saying everybody should have a gun,
I think,
but in England, it's very difficult to get a gun in England. And guess what? Their knife crime is through the fucking roof.
really, their knife crime?
Yeah, like people are gonna kill each other.
Oh my God.
That's just the way it is.
What about, you'd think swords. It's fucking England. They don't sword fight still?
No.
People don't have swords in their, what do they call it? We
Like
put a sword in.
a
sheath? Yeah, a sheath.
No.
People are walking with a
If
sword.
you're walking around with a sword, you're gonna get noticed. If you have a knife, it's like you can be a lot more sneaky
Yeah,
about
but
it.
you can walk around Walmart with the AR-15 technically, I think. It's like, why aren't people walking around in England with swords?
I don't know.
I
There
don't
are
know,
people
it's
that
not-
walk around with swords, but they're usually fat and like anime.
Yeah, anime.
Yeah.
LARPing.
Yeah.
That's not a sharp blade.
It is what it
Whatever.
is.
Hey, since our hiatus, Betty White died.
Forgot about that. A lot of people, like, did Alex Trebek die in that time?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot. I think he died. We need to fact check.
I mean, Alex Trebek is
Yeah,
dead. I
he's
don't know when
dead.
he died though.
I don't. Yeah, he had a brain tumor. Betty
Who
White.
else?
Betty White was just like, I don't want to be 100 years old. So she was like, I'm out. She
Yeah.
died like a few days before her birthday.
That's how I want to do it. I just want
Yeah.
to fucking surprise him.
Yeah. They were doing, every channel was going to do a special on Betty White. 100 years old! And then she just fucking croaked.
Honks out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of fame.
So I started watching Golden Girls, and it's a pretty good show. Have you watched Golden Girls?
Nope.
It's good. I think it holds up, man. It's a good show. It's kind of like got some nostalgia and it
Is it
reminds
like
you
a
of your-
romantic type
A
deal?
little bit. There's like
Or
this.
just Girls Gone Wild type deal?
It's pretty much like a Girls Gone Wild. They all try to get laid,
Yeah.
except Dorothea and her mom Estelle. Or no, I can't remember if that's her name in the show or real life. But anyway, it's basically Blanche. She's the big slut. She calls herself a slut. I'm not being mean. And then Rose, she's
They're
like,
taking back the word.
she's
Taking back the word slut.
yeah.
Just like every other minority takes back their words. Women
Well,
are taking back bitch and slut.
Good for everybody.
They earned it, I guess. Yeah.
That's why they. Dude, I can't talk anymore about this. So that's too touchy for me. I'm gonna
Too
get.
touchy.
Yeah.
Bitch. I mean, I'm not saying that women are bitches. I'm just saying, like, they do use that
No,
word
you're
more.
talking about minorities are taking their
Words back. I mean,
their
yeah,
words
black people say the N word. Like, I'm fine with that. That's great.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
they took it
yes.
back. So, like,
Wonderful.
white people don't have all the power with it.
Yes.
And, like, gay people they kind of took, they took queer back.
Yeah.
Like, you just take the words so they don't have the power of the majority, I
Yes.
think. So, yeah,
Good
women
for
do
them.
that.
What? Okay, never mind. Yeah. So
You're not
the-
gonna touch that one?
so
That isn't even that spicy. That's not even that spicy of a take, dude. We're just dipping in. That's like dipping your toe in the water, dude.
man, that's all I can fit in this pond.
Oh,
So, dude, you said you wanted to talk about China.
China.
Dude, fuck China. What about Russia? That's some Russia. We love Ukraine. Protect
Yeah, I support
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Fuck Putin.
I watched a Vice documentary clip, and I mean, it kind of just talked like they showed all the people just hiding out in the basements, bombs going off everywhere. And these are just innocent old people and women and children. It's just like, what the fuck? And then at the end, this guy was trying to escape Ukraine. He was at like, I was either a train station or an airport, and ballistic missile goes off, fucking kills his wife and his daughter. He
What?
lives somehow, and at the end he has to bury his daughter.
This is
And
on Vice?
yeah, and they showed the open casket of his daughter.
God,
It
what the
is
fuck?
brutal, and you just see him crying and losing his shit at the end. And that's when I really decided that yeah, Russia is a piece of shit for
That's
this.
when you decided? How
I
early
knew
on was
Russia,
this?
like Russia was in the wrong, obviously, but I didn't like look at the actual damage that was caused there. Like I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
saying like
that's real
Ru
bad. Yeah.
yeah, like Russia, they're stupid for doing that. I mean, there's reasons why they did it. I'm not saying it's justified. The reasons are really stupid.
The reasons,
And it backfired. Like
yeah, the dumb
Russia, like
reasons.
everybody thought Russia would take over
Yeah.
Ukraine. It would be like maybe a month-long war. Well, it's been like 3 months and they haven't even taken any major cities.
Russia's losing.
Yeah, like Russia, their military is not as strong as everybody thought. I mean, Ukraine got a lot of aid, but they have like the fighting spirit. I support that. The Ukrainian president seems like a cool dude. Don't know much about him.
We love Ukraine. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't know about
Have you-
Zelensky? He
Yeah,
was an
Zelensky.
actor.
Oh, really? Just like Trudeau?
Yeah, you didn't know? Oh, dude. He was in a show where he was president or something, or he was in a show where he was a teacher who became president, and
Yeah,
now
like-
in real life he's an actor. He
Like,
became a
He's
president.
a cool, young, hip president. I wish we had that in America, honestly.
No, we can't have any young.
Yeah, they
youngsters,
gotta
dude.
be fucking old and on their deathbed and
Yeah.
barely functioning.
Joe Byron, Joe Brandon.
Joe Byron.
Joe
I
Byron.
love that. Joe Byron. Somebody said that. Oh,
It was some.
love
It was some guy
Yeah,
in
it's like-
Long Island or Staten Island or something like that. And he was
Love
like,
it.
"Say, who's the president, man? Who's the president?" Byron.
that sums up this presidency in one word, I think. That guy knows exactly what's going on. I mean, this is just, I think this entire era is just going to be skipped over in history. It's just worthless. I mean,
Too
Trump,
much dumb stuff.
like
has
Trump will
happened.
be remembered, probably more
Yeah.
infamously.
Yeah, but Obama.
You
He
know,
was the
Obama will
first
be,
black
yeah,
president.
he'll be remembered. I mean,
But it's kind of just fucking.
Obama won't be
disrespectful.
remembered for what he did, though. He'll just be remembered because
Yeah,
he's
he
the
didn't
first
do
black
anything.
president. Yeah.
It's kind of disrespectful that the president after Barack Obama, right after, was like the Make America Great Again president, who was just like fucked everything.
That's the way it's gone for a while. Like we go liberal, and then we go back to conservative, and then we go even more liberal, and then we go even more conservative,
Yeah.
and now we're somewhere in the middle, which I don't even know what this is. It's wild.
I like getting the stimulus checks, so I mean, if
I
Trump
mean,
did anything right, it was
if-
when we started getting those.
If I could get a stimulus check, I would definitely take it. But the stimulus checks are why inflation is at 9% right now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we're about to the economy's about to take a shit, dude. The housing bubble is like it's higher than it was in 2008. The housing market is about to blow, baby.
Oh,
Stock
boy.
market's in the shitter, crypto's in the mega shitter.
So I should just sell my house.
No, keep your house. Because it's going to be very hard to buy a house here in a little
Oh.
bit.
It already is, from what I've.
Yeah, it's very
talking to
difficult
people.
now. And when the market crashes, I mean, and then with inflation, everybody's money's going to be worthless. What the interest rates are going to skyrocket. Oh my goodness.
So we should buy NFTs and crypto.
No, NFTs are basically dead now. I knew they wouldn't
I knew
last. I
that.
didn't think they would
Knew it.
die this fast, but yeah.
It's because people are trying to like hop on the train early. Like this is how people got big with Bitcoin. You know, they're trying
Yeah.
to find the next Bitcoin. But
Which
it
yeah, I
doesn't
think
exist.
NFTs, RIP, baby. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean, every once in a while, what was it like? Madonna was like selling NFTs of her vagina or something like that.
Yeah,
You see
there's a
that?
lot you can do with NFTs. Like there's a lot of like you can NFT porn. You can make an NFT of anything.
Yeah, NFT porn.
Oh yeah, just like yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's videos. I don't know.
It's a joke, dude.
It
Just
is what
like
it
all
is.
this Bitcoin shit. If you
Hey, Bitcoin is
okay,
not the
if you're
future.
okay, don't invest in Bitcoin. Invest in stocks. I mean, stock market is at least something tangible. It's a business. It's, you know, it's not just some
It's
guy.
tangible. It's not really tangible.
Okay, but
You're
it's
owning
more.
a part of a business
It's
that's not actually tangible.
okay. Tangible is the wrong word, but I don't know. Like more. It's more real
I mean,
than
it's a safer investment.
a guy.
It's for people that have a low risk tolerance.
Yeah,
But
but
you can still gamble on stocks, dude. Like options trading,
yeah, you
you
can.
can lose like millions of
But
dollars.
if you're being serious and you have a lot of money,
I mean,
you
yeah, if
can
you're just
put it
trying to
in
save
stocks.
for retirement, yeah, do stocks and
You
bonds.
don't hear anyone being like,
Buy a
"Hey,
nice,
I'm putting my savings in Mooncoin or
yeah.
Bing Bong or Dink Doink,
Putting my retirement savings
Dink Doink."
in fucking what is it, AMC?
Yeah, AMC.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, like the meme stocks and all that stuff, that's basically just like gambling. Like you're just trying to make quick money right now, very fast. But like, yeah, long term, if you want to retire, yeah, put it in a Vanguard or what the S&P, QQQ, whatever. Or you can buy fucking bonds, but honestly, we might default on our debt, so that's risky.
You know what I wish I could do to my debt and every bad decision I made financially? I wish I could abort it.
I saw a meme. So it said, I wish we could just take all the debt in the United States, pin it on one guy, and just kill him.
Okay, let's
And
do
then
it.
somebody responded to that. It's like, have you ever read the New Testament of the Bible? It's that's basically like the Jesus story in a
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was
He
funny.
took all of our sins,
Yeah, he
baby.
took all the sins, they
That's
killed
a
him,
real.
and now we're good.
It's a real story. It's a real thing that happened.
It's like, I don't know, it's just an allegory. Like, yeah, I thought it was funny.
Speaking of retarded Bibles, okay, I'm sorry. That one slipped.
So
I'm
you're,
not I'm
you're,
not gonna bleep it out.
so you say my take was spicy, but you're just gonna shit all over religion.
Dude, I fuck religion. Yeah. What do you
I
mean?
think fuck the dogmatic fundamentalists. Religion in and of itself, I don't think is horrendous.
Okay, religion. If
Plus, like, are you gonna
you're,
shit on Judaism too, or
I don't
Islam, or
know much
Buddhism?
about
Yeah,
that. The majority of our lawmakers are fucking Christian. That's
yeah,
sick, dude.
they're mostly the bad type of Christian.
They're outlawing abortion. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay, here, a lot of people like to be like, oh, but you're murdering a baby. You're murdering the baby that no one's going to take care of once it's born.
yeah.
But here's the thing, okay, and I don't really think this through, so it may not be that good of a point. But what if men, what if, what if there was a time where the government's like, okay, all the men need to get,
Get snipped.
get, yeah, like
Yeah,
a
I saw that.
vasectomy.
Yeah, they have to because vasectomies are reversible.
Because then there wouldn't need to be abortions because everyone was unless you got um re unvasectomized, they stitch you back together and then you had a baby on purpose.
I mean,
But
yeah, and then like it
but
seems like a facetious point, but it is like
most
I
people
get
wouldn't
it.
do it because they'd be like, no, that's my God-given right. Blah blah blah. You can't tell me what to do with my body.
Government can't tell you what to do. I agree with that on
So don't
basically
tell
every
women.
level. Yeah, like abortion, keep it legal. There's a million reasons why it should be legal.
I can't believe they're trying to tell people what they can and can't do with their body, and now
They've
they're
been
trying
doing that
to.
for years, bud.
I know, but it's stupid. It's stupid.
You can stay retarded, it's
I
fine.
don't know. That's not. I don't want to be offensive.
You can't not be
I
offensive. That's just the way the world is.
okay.
I mean, you can be like, there's certain words you probably shouldn't say. I think retarded it's like,
I love saying it,
I
but
know,
I
it's
know it's
part of my
bad. It's
vocabulary.
offensive.
Like when I say it, I'm not talking about like, I don't know, because retarded's not a scientific term anymore.
Yeah, that is true. That's
There's
true.
different terms for it now.
I think we should just be called the Retarded Podcast.
Yeah, like I think it's hilarious.
I'm not. I'm gonna
Like
try
when
not to
somebody
say
calls
it.
me a retard, it's usually in love. I yeah,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
call somebody a retard in love.
Yeah. Okay. It's like you're giving someone a noogie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's
It's
for the most part. Like if you're calling somebody that has mental issues a retard, then yeah, you're a piece of shit.
It's like if you call someone retarded, it's equal of grabbing them by the head and rubbing their head with your knuckles real hard.
I think
That's
for the
what that
most part,
is.
yeah. But I mean, it's all about context. Context is key. Like
Okay,
when you're reading Huck Finn in school, like
right.
when
Well,
you get to that part, are you being racist? I don't know. You probably shouldn't say it out loud.
No, well, okay,
I
here's the
think we
thing.
skipped over it when we read it. I can't remember though. We
I
might have
don't
actually
think,
said it in class.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
You
I
might have
don't
said
know
it.
if the teacher actually, maybe the teacher did say it. I could see a few teachers that we had just
Oh
saying,
yeah, just blasting it, putting it on blast, baby.
well, this is what they wrote, so I'm gonna read it.
This is what it says.
All of our fucking boomer ass teachers over here.
Like, I will not
Our
let the government tell me what I can and
private
can't
Christian
say.
school, yeah.
Jesus ordained this.
There's only white people in our, only white kids in our class up to a certain point.
I mean, yeah, there were black kids. I mean, I think there's more now. They're letting in more.
They're, they're letting
They're
in more.
opening. They're. I didn't mean it to sound like that. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Diversity is key.
Oh, fucking Lord, dude. This is I honestly feel like this is one of our strongest episodes.
Yeah, dude, we're on a good run. This is the first episode I've done sober.
Oh, you're hilarious, my friend.
I know, dude.
We need to keep this going.
I just got my 3-month token.
Good.
I'm just straight killing the game,
Hey,
baby.
don't fuck it up tonight.
I will not. I'm not gonna get fucking drunk on reggae red wine.
Oh man. Yeah,
$7 wine.
so we reconnected at Applebee's, just like any good buddies would do, okay? And it's been a pretty baller time. I played some music, you know, I don't know if
You
this
flared it. You changed it from country
yeah,
to heavy. I guess it wasn't heavy metal. It
no,
was just
it was
it was rock.
basically
But you put it on blast.
I did the jukebox. I
And
put money in the jukebox.
And like 4 old white people just got up and left.
Yeah, well, for that happened before when my wife and I went there, and I played a song, and it was Radiohead, and it was just like super loud. They had to turn it down. That happened again today, except I played Sunny Day Real Estate. That's more emo, you know, it's not metal. But so yeah, we you know, got some food, blared some music, and then we had to stop by Meyer
Yeah,
to get some wine and condoms.
had to do a quick speed run.
It's okay.
Crazy Friday night, baby.
Yep.
Hey, I earned this. I
This
didn't earn
guy-
the wine. I'm not gonna drink the wine.
Yeah.
I hate wine. If I'm gonna relapse, it's gonna be on something good. Not
That's
$7 wine.
that's more of a payment.
Yeah, it's like an exchange.
An exchange, not a
Because sex-
payment. Yeah, don't.
Sex
Not,
is basically an exchange at this point.
okay, but yeah, we
You
can't
buy
pay
her a
payment.
ring. You
Buy
you
her
you
$6
get
wine.
pussy indefinitely until you get divorced
Yeah.
or die.
This man's been in the jammer. Give him a break.
I know, dude. I've been locked up. I couldn't watch porn for 31 days.
Why? Oh, because they had your phone taken away.
Yeah, you don't get your phone in rehab. You got to use your imagination, which honestly is probably a good thing. Because like porn, I think
Sometimes you got to do that.
like
to just
porn,
break
like
that.
it destroys like your expectation
Yeah.
effect. It just gets more depraved until you're just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
I need to go to rehab again so I can stop this.
You go to porn rehab?
They probably have them, but like you just do drugs and then you go back to rehab and then like, okay, we're just gonna reset the porn thing too.
That's good.
But
Why?
yeah,
I feel
now,
like
now I'm back into the depravity again. It's a mess. It's not depraved. I mean, I'm making it sound worse than it is.
Well,
Like I'm not watching animals.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I think porn would help all the other, like, it's like, yeah, you know, he can't fucking smoke cigarettes, he can't drink, he can't do his pills, but at least let the guy fucking jerk off,
Yeah, it's your God-given right to jack off.
and
But
maybe
you
he
got-
needs a visual
but
too,
it's like-
you
it's
know,
like
give him the
everything.
visual.
Everything needs to be in moderation. Now, for me, moderation isn't a word in my vocabulary. It's either I'm doing it
Yeah.
all the fucking time or I'm not doing it at all. Like
So
nicotine is non-stop, baby. I do not quit unless I'm asleep. That's the only time I quit.
So what, you got nicotine gum or something like that?
No, I just
Oh, you're
vape
vape.
non-stop, baby. I mean, I do have nicotine lozenges, but I don't use those anymore. But yeah, with porn, I'm trying to find moderation with it. Because I find when I watch porn, the next day I'm just tired. I don't want to exercise.
How long do you watch for?
I literally it only
God, dude.
it only takes like maybe like 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, so that wears you
But
down
like
for the
it
next
just
day.
it like takes out your libido, your testosterone gets fucked. Like it's I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just a placebo effect because I like overreact to everything. Except I mean drugs. My life is dumb. But basically moderation. I
Yeah,
think that
that's
should
a
be
good
that's the theme of this episode.
self-control. Because
Yeah.
I've been struggling with self-control as well, but my issues are more like eating, buying gas station food, making myself sick, ordering 10 things from Burger King. No, that's the type of things I struggle with.
Yeah, and like it's the same
That's
thing in a
my
way.
stuff.
It's the same part of the brain, like just trying to control you.
I
It's just different substances, and they're like more dangerous and
Yeah,
socially acceptable.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. That's my like. Here's my thing. It's like I walk into a gas station. Like whenever my gas pump, I drive a truck for work, so I have to go to the gas station every day. So when the gas pump thing says "see cashier," I'm like, oh God, I
That
about
shit
lose
pisses
it.
me off,
So
dude.
then, well, no, because I go in, I'm like, don't look at the food, don't look at the food, don't look at the food. Like, I'm not buying food, I'm not buying food. And then I walk out with a fucking bag of chips, a sandwich, and a fucking Monster.
I know, dude. The fucking
And I
gas
consume it
station
all.
sandwiches, like gas station sandwiches, are fucking terrible. But I will buy them if I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I
I
don't get
mean,
it. I can't fathom it. But it's like the same thing with drug. Like I don't want to be a drug addict, but I will just buy drugs for absolutely no reason.
yeah, well,
It's
it's
it's similar.
impulse.
Yeah.
I will say that have I have been in a bad spot for a while, like I was telling you, and ever since um listen, it hasn't been long. Like I'm currently trying to like not do that anymore, you know.
But buy gas station food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like cut back drinking and I'm trying to not spend
See,
money.
maybe you gotta cut out one thing at a time, bud.
Yeah.
Like if
Well,
you cut out everything all at once, you're gonna get stressed out,
okay,
overwhelmed.
being honest, I'm not cutting out drinking completely.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, if you don't have a problem with it,
I mean
I
I
mean,
don't,
yeah, you're not an alcoholic.
but
Like,
but sometimes I will say no matter how much or little you drink, if you do drink, you will and you will slowly see an increase in how much you drink. And when you are reaching a point where it's getting too much, you're drinking too much, too high of a tolerance, you do need to take a break for
for
1 or 2
sure. I
weeks.
mean,
Yeah.
that's with everything. But yeah, alcohol.
I've
Alcohol kills more people every year than every. I mean, maybe cigarettes kill
That's
more
insane.
people.
Well, we live in a
We live in a
society.
society. The way she goes.
We need the drinks, buddy. And
That's
you know
freedom. Hey,
that's
look, Confederate flag.
oh yeah, we live in Indiana. Yeah, we do this
We were
every day.
part of the Union Army, but I mean, people just like the Confederate flag, I guess. It's a very visually appealing. A
Oh
nice X with
my.
stars on it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't not like it.
I think it happened because some idiot out in the country was like, well, it's red, white, and blue.
Same thing,
Same
baby.
thing. And then just everyone was like, everyone started, like, oh, I like the American flag with the X on it.
Yeah.
And then the,
Simplify it,
and
baby.
then someone came around like, hey, that's like the slave owner flag. And they're like, oh, well, I don't quite disagree with that. Well, I like it even more.
Boom. That's all it takes, baby.
Oh shit, what were we talking? Oh, we were talking about
I mean,
depressing shit.
yeah, like I think, well, on the Confederate flag subject, like, so I was a roommate with a guy. He loved the Confederate flag. He also hates minorities, but that's besides the point. He loves the Confederate flag. And like, I got in a little, and it wasn't really an argument, maybe it was a little spat, and he's like, I mean, I'm flying the Confederate flag. It's my American right. And I'm like, yeah, it's your American right to fly that flag. I'm not saying you shouldn't be allowed to, but it's a flag of fucking losers, dude. You guys lost the fucking war. You stood for like what? Cotton, cotton fields and slavery. That's what you guys stood for. It's not a very, it's not really an issue that's going on right now. I don't know what you're trying to prove by flying that flag, other than I like slavery and cotton fields. I
I
don't know.
I love how we've moved that far into the future that people forgot that That war was lost.
Yeah,
That's like a flag that does not exist in modernity.
actually, it
If
is on
that
the flag of Mississippi.
if that is a word, if
The Mississippi flag has the Confederate flag in it still.
like part of it.
Yeah, like it's like the state flag of Mississippi. Like there's like this little corner on the side, and it's the
Oh my
Confederate flag.
God,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know. It's also a
Whatever. It's
treasonous
the
flag.
loser treason
Like
flag.
these Southern people are like, don't kneel for my fucking anthem, but we're gonna fly the treasonous flag that tried to fight against America. Like what? Like it's just
Well, you know what?
cognitive dissonance at its finest.
Donald Trump brought that attitude back. You're like, let's make America great again, like it once was,
But it's like
people.
America. You just say make the Confederacy great again. But
I
yeah,
know, but it was going in that
I
direction.
mean, I don't think Trump would have supported the Confederate. I mean, he would have like agreed with the Confederate flag just because that's what most of his base likes to do.
I don't know if this is propaganda or not, but I seen a quote, okay, on the internet. So take that as you will. And it said, and it was from like a Donald Trump quote from like 92 or something, I don't know. And it said, if I ever listen, I'm gonna try to do a Donald Trump impression. Listen, if I were to ever, okay, never mind. If I were to ever run for president, I would run for Republican because they are some of the dumbest voters in our history. And I think
Yeah,
that's true. They're
he
dumb.
definitely said that. He's
They're
like,
they're
I don't know.
manipulated by anything religious. So if someone's like, "Oh, our Lord Jesus Christ would
But
want you to vote for,"
that's what the weird thing is. Trump didn't manipulate them with religion. Trump knows nothing about Christianity. He like barely ever talked about it.
yeah,
Like he'd
well, I
say
don't
like
know.
I love Jesus, I love going to church, but he knew nothing about the Bible,
That's
nothing about
because
Christian tenets. He like tapped into what the more like the I don't know what do you call it. I don't want to say xenophobia, but like basically keep America, make America like it was in the 50s. That's what he ran on, basically.
segregation.
Yeah,
No, that was
like
more.
don't let
Wasn't that
any more
segregation?
minorities. Don't what? I don't. What else? What else did he do? I don't really. I can't remember what he did.
We're not major history buffs here, guys. Oh, are you just talking about his presidency
I
or
was like,
what?
I'm trying to see what
The
did he tap
wall, the
into?
border
Yeah,
wall.
the border wall. Hard on China. I do agree with him on that.
Yeah,
Being
China.
hard on China.
Be
Um,
hard on China.
yeah, hard China. That's what we can take away from his presidency, I think.
Yes.
What else? I
Oh,
can
so
only
many
think of like
horrible
the Mexican
things.
stuff right now. What else did he do?
Muslim ban. But
Yeah,
it's not something happened.
but that
Not
kind
that it
of.
justifies it, but there's a Muslim ban. And um,
What else? Like he didn't get us involved in any wars. I guess that's a good thing.
well, yeah, because his buddy was buddies with Vladimir
Well,
Putin.
we're never gonna go to war with Russia. That would be absolutely retarded. Because we're both nuclear countries. It would not end well.
Right.
What else did he fucking do?
I think I just blocked
He
it.
said a lot of dumb stuff.
Yeah,
Like
well,
I remember what
that's
he
most
said.
of it. He's
Didn't he
just
say?
said a lot of insensitive shit. That's
He
for sure.
like I know he talked about like stopping a hurricane. Like what did he say to stop the hurricane?
He said inject bleach in your body to kill
I mean,
COVID.
yeah, that was a thing, but like
Shoot a missile at
there
a
was a
hurricane or
hurricane coming.
something.
I have
Should
to look
blow a
this up.
missile at it. Did he say that? That sounds like
Yeah,
what he'd
you
say.
put
Shoot a
launch a
missile at
nuke at the hurricane, baby.
it.
That I mean, honestly,
That's the only doubt I would
I
have.
like that attitude. Like, yes, if you got a problem, go all out with it. Now, is that logical? Probably not. But that's the spirit we need in leadership.
Oh man.
You got a problem, throw a nuke at it, baby.
Yeah, right.
That's the way she goes. What else? I don't know.
But it's the fact that we live in a society.
It always comes back to that, dude.
We live, okay, I keep saying it as a joke, but we live we live in like the real world. It's like people are attracted to Jesus Christ making fish into water or wine
Well,
into
I think most
bread.
Christians aren't even like they don't care
And then
about.
we need another character. Like, oh, there's Donald Trump. He's the president. He used to be just a personality, TV personality. Now he's the president. You know, it's like we need these major characters. Like we're like Dumbos, like, oh, Jesus, Santa, Donald Trump. You know, it's like we have to have these big, bold colors like, oh, Donald Trump, that's America. Make America great again. Oh, yeah, you're right. Reminds me of the 50s, back when my dad was still alive. My dad would really like this Donald Trump guy. You know, it's like people get so dumb. I don't, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but if you listen to me talk on my podcast, either this or the podcast that ended, the Never Pod, I fucking hate Donald Trump. I will never say anything nice about him.
I'm not a fan.
I think he ruined everything, man. I think Donald Trump is the cause of I think he's the Antichrist,
See,
dude.
I think that's the problem. You try to find one person to blame for everything. Like
I
the
know.
Republicans blame Joe Biden and
Yeah,
Obama and Bill Clinton.
I'm just like,
The liberals blame George Bush and Trump. Like, yes, Trump contributed to a lot of problems. Obama contributed to problems. Joe Biden is just can't comprehend the problems.
he's just a cult. He's a cult of personality. You know, that's
I
what it
mean, yeah,
is.
like his supporters are mostly dumb. Like they just follow him blindly. No matter what he does, he's
But
perfect.
he's created this trail of grifters that are like, oh, people that like Donald Trump, here's me. I'm gonna talk kind of like him and go off on all
I
those
think
points, like
these
Steven
people were already
Crowder,
there. They just didn't
Shapiro.
have a platform that they could get on board with and like have the ability to say all their retarded ideas. But now they have that ability. So yeah, Trump did cause that, and that sucks because now we got rednecks screaming about all this shit that I don't care about. Flying Confederate flags,
Yeah,
blowing black smoke out their trucks.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't like it. It sucks. But like all of our problems are caused by like every leader that's in there.
all right,
All the
yeah.
leaders are trash. All the presidents we've had are pretty much garbage.
We
I
live in
can't
a system
I don't
of a
think
doom,
I've
man.
lived through a presidency that is just like really good.
Bill Clinton,
No. I
always under the desk.
Yep, I mean I guess maybe that's one of the best. I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh,
Anyways, America's on the decline. Get ready.
it's about to end. It's about to end.
Yeah, all civilizations fall. I think we're long overdue.
Yeah,
It's just, the only thing that like I don't care if America isn't number one anymore. That's not my biggest concern. I'm more concerned on who is going to be number one after us.
who do you think that who's in the running, would you say? China?
China,
China.
I would say EU,
But
but
I
Europe is falling faster than we are. So not Europe,
probably Ukraine.
and I mean Ukraine's part of Europe. I mean it's a little different, but yeah, Ukraine.
Probably Australia, dude.
No, Australia's fried. Um,
We're all falling,
yeah,
dude.
Japan's in the shitter. South Korea's about to get fucked.
What? I didn't know all these countries were in the shitter,
I
dude.
mean, China's kind of in the shitter too. Yeah, like basically the world's kind of fucked right now. I would say maybe India, but I don't know. That's
What are we
that
gonna
that's a whole
do?
nother beast.
Where do we go?
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna take over. Like China, like once we fall, China probably will be number one for a little bit. But I don't think their system is not sustainable. They don't have enough young people. I mean, I don't think an authoritarian government can last a decent amount of time.
I think what is gonna happen next is that Suck, the Suck, Elon, and all these other big dogs, big tech guys we're all gonna have to upload our minds into the metaverse and all of this, your physical bodies, you know, going poop, eating, that's over. Like, our mind is going to leave our body. We're going to be downloaded into a computer, and we're going to enter the metaverse. And there's going to be a few guards around the big, you know, hardware that all of our minds are plugged into, and they're going to guard it. You know, because you got to have something. You know, it's not like heaven, you know, or it's just like you go into Ghostland or whatever. It's like all of our minds are in the hard drive. So there's gonna be like some stormtrooper dudes that like fend off just in case like tigers or dinosaurs or something or try to get in or you know or like disasters. You know, you got to keep it running while we're all in the metaverse. living normal lives. It's like we're playing The Sims. What do you think, dude?
I think that was the most fried thing I've heard in a long time. I was kind of with you at first, and then you got to stormtroopers and dinosaurs. I'm like, whoa, that's definitely a possibility. I mean, yeah, I think we will get to a point where we can upload our consciousness to a computer.
Now I sound like Joe Rogan.
And that's a tough subject. I don't know. Like,
I
it
just,
does seem appealing at first.
you know what? If there's any sort of apocalypse on the rise, that's what I'm gonna use my gun for. Just shoot myself. I don't want to be a survivor. I don't want to be in The Walking Dead, walking around with a machete, killing zombies, and my friends are killed every episode. Just I want it over. I don't want the torture. What
Yeah.
do you think you'd be okay in apocalypse?
It depends on what the apocalypse is. There's so many different kinds. I don't think zombies are a feasible thing.
Okay, what about just like
I mean, nuclear
sure,
holocaust.
nuclear holocaust. That's probably the most likely,
If I don't get blown up or radiation poisoning,
which is
I think I would give it a good run until like my mind deteriorated, and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens when it happens. Like, yeah, I'm not just gonna say I don't know. I like to power through stuff.
there's gonna be these big colonies, and the big tough dudes are gonna like fuck your wives and treat you like shit, and be like, look at this gun. You're in my colony. I'll protect you, but you owe me your wife's pussy. You owe me everything. You owe me your whole life because I saved you. That's what all these colonies are gonna have. All these dudes. There's gonna be constant wars. People stealing each other's food. Shit, like it's gonna be like caveman days if we
Yeah.
ever go to shit like that.
Maybe that would be better. Cause you think of like were cavemen depressed? Did cavemen have panic attacks? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
probably not.
They
Yeah,
were so focused on just living,
yeah.
that just surviving. Maybe that's what we need. I think we have too much time to think about existence.
We
It
think
gives us neuroses.
we think too much about what's right and what's
Like,
wrong,
what's
what to
the
do.
purpose? What happens after we die?
No.
What
You're
is
an
the
animal.
universe made of?
You're an animal and you need to do whatever it takes to survive.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Squash monkey with rock, eat his bones.
Boom. I mean, yeah.
That's
I
as
think
basic as you get.
that's what we need to go back to. Before all this, I mean, yeah, you just kill somebody for food. We're not killing each other over the color of their skin
Yeah.
or
I just want to
if
eat.
they like sucking dick or not. We're not killing people for that. We're killing them because they have food and we're hungry.
Yep.
Or their wife is hot. I don't know.
I'm sure two cavemen do 69 all the time because
Yeah, dude.
they've had these urges.
Yeah, like
It's
almost
not like the other cavemen are like, oh, you
like I don't got time to waste on killing
You
gay
nigga,
people.
you-
That's too much energy wasted on something that really doesn't matter.
No, it's because the only reason why people do that is because they're insecure. It's like, well, sometimes I feel a little gay, and I
Yeah.
want to suppress that.
I think a
So
lot of people that hate gay people
anyone that-
are more gay than average.
anyone that reminds me of some like gay at all as a topic, I'm gonna like try to savagely end them. And that's what it is. All these old dudes in Congress or whatever, they're like, oh, should we make gay marriage legal? Oh, of course not, because maybe I'll turn gay if it's a thing. I feel like that's a fear for a lot of people.
Well, like, that's actually a thing. Like, these big mega church pastors that just
Oh,
shit on gay people,
Yeah,
and then they
dude.
get caught banging male
Yes.
prostitutes.
Oh,
It
yeah, I've
happens
heard about
way
that.
more than you would think it does.
That is
It-
hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's clowning. I don't.
Except when they molest little boys. That's
Yeah, that's more of a Catholic
least-
thing, but
at least,
yeah,
at least
that.
pay him.
I mean, I'm sure they got paid in the lawsuits, but yeah, I don't.
I know, but the gesture is just kind.
Yeah, and
If
like, have you
it-
seen the thing now? Like, pedophiles are trying to like join the LGBT shit. What are they calling them?
Oh,
Minor
wow.
attracted persons.
Oh, boy.
MAT.
Well, what do you do with that?
I don't.
What do you
Just
do with that?
shut it down. Put
That,
them on their own island. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot get on board with that.
yeah.
I can get on board like with non-binary I mean, it is a little confusing to a lot of people, but yeah, that's fine. You're not
The
hurting
the
anybody.
next generation, like the generation below Zoomer or whatever, maybe a few
I don't know what's
generations,
after
they're gonna be like,
Generation Z. Are they just gonna start over a day?
oh, what about the pedophiles?
It's
We
like,
need to include them. It's like, okay,
like
no.
that's too far.
Yeah, let's just, you know
Let's
what?
just
If
chill
you
out.
are attracted to children,
Get
yeah,
some help.
yeah,
Stop it. Get some help.
you were obviously molested as a
I don't even
child.
know if that's always the case. I don't know. I feel like you're
You,
just very sexually repressed and
yeah,
like you're just
exactly.
weird. I don't know. It's kind of like the incel thing.
You just need to go
They
to
just
an
can't
island.
get laid, so they just try to find people they can manipulate into having sex with. It's disgusting. I hate it. The whole thing is dumb. Incels, retarded. Pedophiles, absolutely depraved.
What's an
Shoot them
ins
on sight.
what's an insult mean? Just like a
Somebody, it's involuntary celibate. Basically, you can't get laid and you hate women
oh,
because of it.
okay, I knew that.
Because
Yeah,
women owe you sex.
you are just terrible with women. That's what
Even
that
though
is.
it's just natural selection. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you can get mad all you want, but that just means you're genetically
you're
inferior.
just bad with women. I
Yeah,
don't feel
you're
bad.
weird.
I,
Yeah, like I
I,
hope if you're part of that community and you just hate everything, you hate all women, like you might as well just live a terrible life and die
yeah,
childless. It's not even that hard to get laid. Like it's because they have these high standards. They think they deserve a perfect 10
I
when
know.
they got fucking acne, they got man boobs, they like anime, they're socially inept, and it's like you expect to get a 10, bud? You gotta lower your standards, dude. There's plenty of girls out there that will probably fuck you.
Yeah,
They're just not perfect 10s. I think
yeah.
we just think we're owed this
Mm,
amazing life, which we're not.
People,
Life is shit.
yeah. People,
Life is suffering. The first tenet of Buddhism. Life is
life is suffering.
suffering.
I
You have
agree
to
with that.
accept that in order to move forward.
I like that. I want
Yeah.
to be. I have Buddha tattooed
Buddhism
on
is
me.
cool, honestly. I haven't
I
gotten
need
too
to.
into it.
I need to read more about it. I need.
Fascinating thing.
I'm running out of gas.
Yeah,
I had the AC on too long. But basically, I mean, I'm not some major player, okay?
no,
Like,
neither of us are.
but
But I can still get laid.
but you're right. It's like a natural selection.
Like
It's like,
I'm a fucking drug addict. I'm weird. I'm not like that physically fit. I can get laid. Yeah, they're not perfect 10s, but that's okay. I don't
yeah.
need a
I mean,
perfect 10.
there's ways to. It's like if you're
I just need
if
some
you're
nice titties.
a short, overweight guy, you can still get women. You just
Yeah,
have to
there's
be
plenty of them
charming.
out there.
You
You gotta lower your
women
standards.
aren't okay. I feel such like a total tool about picking up women, but it's like you just gotta be confident. You gotta have class. You gotta have a good sense of humor. You gotta be charming, and you gotta smell good. You gotta look nice.
That's a very important point.
If
You
you have,
gotta smell good.
you gotta smell good. Make sure your breath is good, and if you have facial hair, you gotta make sure that's nice and trimmed. You know, a nice haircut, and you'll be fine. You know, don't wear a stupid t-shirt you bought from Walmart. You know, you just have to have taste, you know. But I feel like an absolute tool talking about I've only, whatever.
Well, I
But
mean,
I
if
feel
it,
like it's not that hard. I
it,
talked to one woman and I
yeah,
got married.
it's just it's the way life is. Like men and women, it's a thing. But that's always been the case. Like back in the day, the peasants, you were lucky if you got a wife.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, if you're rich and famous and attractive, you're gonna get laid a lot.
Well,
That's just the way it goes.
what's that tell you? Incels are usually Republican.
Well, yeah, definitely. I don't know why. Like
It's just the
there's
big macho way to think.
well, you think you're macho, but you're actually a pathetic piece of shit.
That's why I can't respect it.
It's weird. I don't like it. Can't get on board with it. Pedophiles are worse though, but they're
Oh
both
yeah.
bad communities
All right,
and should not be part of anything we make legal.
yeah. I did
Should
100%
should
agree
we
with
take
that.
a hiatus? Should we take an ad break so you can go
Well,
pump?
we need to take that we're about to get cut off too.
Oh shit.
They only let you record for an hour.
Well, if you guys can share our podcast so we can get more listeners so we can get a better service maybe.
Yeah, let's share. Well, all right, let's come
Give
back.
us, I mean, yeah, we can come
We
back.
need to come back
Give us
because
a like and a share. We're gonna fuel up
Yep.
with a fucking 433 gas,
Yep.
unleaded.
Is it
Alright,
really what the price is?
433, baby.
Oh
Good
my Are you serious? Ah.
I know, dude. I got when it was 416, and I was pissed. And now look at
Okay.
it now.
I'm gonna go spend my full fucking paycheck. Alright, I'll be back. And when I was a child and I seen that magazine with, I think it was Chaz Bono, and he was pregnant, I was very confused.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
wild.
back. This is back when like my private school failed me when it came to sex ed, and I didn't
Oh,
even
we
really.
just started on this topic.
Yeah, well, I
think
thought it
it's-
was
I
a-
think it's clowning. Actually, that's good. That's a good subject.
I thought it would
It's
be a
very
good.
relevant. I have nothing against trans men that
Well, I was just
are
confused.
pregnant.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
go for it.
confusing to like it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. But then
Yeah.
like it makes sense.
It
in the
makes
end.
sense.
I
I'm
think it's
not-
fine. I mean,
I don't question.
I don't
it.
know
Like,
if
yeah,
like
that's fine.
I don't know if hormones would affect the baby though. I think there needs to be more
Probably.
research. So I don't know. It's a new area. I mean, people do meth and heroin with kids, so I don't know. It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
Freedom is the best answer.
Let freedom
Freedom and
reign.
moderation. That's the keys to life.
Yep, I agree. Moderation. That should be the title of this episode, but it probably won't be.
Yeah, I feel like there's
We
a
need
lot of things
something
we could title
flashier.
this at. We've
Yeah.
gone in a lot of different areas.
I'm gonna give it a listen. I'm gonna edit it, and
Yeah.
we'll pull together a nice. And if there's any ideas you need or whatever, like just throw them at me. But anyway, I'm talking logistics. That doesn't make any sense. Thank you everybody for listening today. We thanks for coming back after a long hiatus.
Long hiatus. Thank you to our 12 faithful listeners. We love you. You're
well,
great people.
We actually have a lot more than that. We have like 12,000 probably.
Yeah.
So thank you to our 12,000 listeners.
Yeah, and probably half of them are AI, but thank you guys too.
Yep, thank
AI is the future.
Thank you to the bots.
Yep, thanks to the bots. Thanks
you're-
for the Russian spies.
Yeah, thank you for the Russian
You're
spies and the bots.
You're all great. Nope, just kidding. The Russians suck.
Thank you for
Fuck Putin.
yeah, fuck Putin. Thanks to everyone
Fuck Xi
trapped
Jinping.
in the metaverse. Thanks Xi Jinping.
No, fuck Xi Jinping.
Fuck. I thought I said fuck. Oh, I said
You
thanks.
said thanks.
Fuck Xi Jinping.
Yeah, thanks for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, piece of shit. I don't
Yeah.
know what he do.
He put Muslim Chinese people in internment camps.
Oh,
He's
God.
cracking down on COVID and locking people in restaurants.
Oh god, this is China.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, Russia's in the main focus right now, and I get it. Russia's kind of a piece of shit.
Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping, China.
Xi
And then China's
Jinping.
just flying under the radar. They're doing all this horrendous shit, and it's just flying under the radar. Because I mean, Russia does deserve a lot of hate. I get that, but China deserves a decent amount of hate too. And America, yeah, America deserves some hate too. But at least we're not putting Muslims in internment camps. We're just putting Mexican children in cages.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to go there.
No,
It's still
that's good.
happening.
I wish we could
It
talk about it
sucks.
more, but
Yeah.
I probably need to wrap it up. But next episode we're gonna talk exclusively about China. So get
Maybe
ready.
not exclusive.
Okay?
I feel like we
Not
gotta go.
exclusively.
We'll have a good segment on China. I'll do more
Yeah,
research.
we're gonna.
I'll come in
You know what?
prepared.
You know what? Enable to fly. You need a left wing. You need a right wing.
There you go.
So we're gonna go in the middle of the road the best we can.
Middle of the road.
Make
Sometimes we'll go
everybody
a little
happy.
left.
Well,
Sometimes we might dip a little right.
We'll swerve a
That's
little
the way
bit.
it is. But we're not gonna go Confederate, and we're not gonna go pedophiles and LGBT. That's the extremes that we don't want.
That's the way of the road.
That's the yeah.
That's the way. That's the way of the driveway.
That's the hash driveway way.
The hash driveway.
Hash driveway way.
Way.
There's a guy in my rehab named Way. Great guy. Shout out to Way.
We love you, Way.
Keep coming back.
Keep coming
One
back.
a day.
One a day, Way. Daily vitamin. We're still working on our outro, but very fun. I miss podcasting. We're gonna, it's not gonna be a weekly thing, but we're gonna get to it as many as we can.
Yep. Follow us on Twitter at Driveway Show. I have
Same
not been
handle.
on there in a minute, but I will get back on there and keep you guys posted
Same
on
thing.
our next steps.
Same thing with Instagram. Same handle. I run the Instagram account. If you're more of an Insta head like me, get on there, follow,
Yeah, if you got an Instagram porn account,
yeah,
follow
go
us.
ahead.
OnlyFans models, follow us.
Sure,
Horny dudes, follow us. Everybody follow us. I don't care. Black, white, Asian, primarily not Confederates or Nazis, and no pedophiles.
No pedophiles.
Yes.
Please, God, I don't want this to be a pedophile podcast.
I know. We're shitting on them. We're not gonna
Pedophiles, don't listen to this.
Yeah, just turn it off.
Everybody else is welcome.
Get some help.
If you
turn
are
it off.
if you are a pedophile, you know, God bless you.
No.
I don't. Well, no, I'm saying like go get help. You know, turn your phone in, turn your computer in, delete everything.
Go to rehab.
Go to sex rehab or whatever.
Yeah, just go. I don't know.
And go do something. Get your mind off it.
Yep, that's what I got. I can't do drugs. I just gotta stay away from it.
If
I will buy wine from time to time, but it's not for me.
It's a payment. It's a payment.
It's an exchange for sex.
Yeah. So if you okay, I'm done talking about that. Okay. Bots, pedophiles.
No pedophiles.
No pedophiles.
Bots, thank you.
Okay. Well, no. Yeah, we like bots.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
bots.
bots.
Thank you, bots.
Bumping our numbers up. Love ya.
Love you,
Russian
bots.
spies, fuck you. Okay, we've already said this. Okay. Did you tag your Instagram yet?
Driveway Show, please.
At
Go follow
Driveway Show
me.
on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
I don't know.
I think we need a good outro saying like this is the hash drive. Okay,
we live in a society.
We live in a society.
We hashed it out. And now we're gonna go home or go try to get laid.
Yep. I think that's okay.
Hash out.
Yeah, hash out. Hash out, everybody. The show's over.